Hello everyone, got 5 dirty jokes for you today. So one night at a bar, a man met this lady and they decided to go to her place to screw after the bar closed. Once in the bedroom, the man eased off his shoes and socks, revealing his feet. The lady couldn't help but notice something rather unusual about them and asked in astonishment, "My goodness, what happened to your feet?" With a playful smirk, he responded, "Oh, that's just Tolio." Perplexed, she inquired, "Don't you mean polio?" Grinning mischievously, he corrected her. No. It's Tolio, a unique condition that decided to target only my feet, leaving the rest of me untouched." Amused by his clever response, she thought nothing more of it and resumed their playful rendezvous. As the night grew steamier, the man proceeded to remove his pants, and the lady couldn't help but gasp when she saw his knees. "Whoa, what happened to your knees?" she exclaimed, taken aback. Still full of humor, he nonchalantly replied, "That's just measles." Her curiosity piqued. She asked, "Measles? I've never heard of that one before." Chuckling, he explained, "It's like measles, but it has a peculiar preference for the knees. The rest of me is perfectly fine." Determined not to let anything dampen their spirits, she carried on, eager to see what other quirks this intriguing man might possess. When he took off his shorts, she said, "Let me guess, smallcocks." So some years ago, the Lord came unto Noah, who was now living in the United States, and said, "Once again the earth has become wicked and overpopulated, and I see the end of all flesh before me. Build another ark and save 2 of every living thing along with a few good humans, thy sons and their wives." He gave Noah the blueprints, saying, "You have 6 months to build the ark before I will start the unending rain for 40 days and 40 nights. 6 months later, the Lord looked down and saw Noah weeping in his yard but no ark. "Noah," he roared, "I'm about to start the rain. Where is the ark?" "Forgive me, Lord," begged Noah, "but things have changed. I needed a building permit. I've been arguing with the inspector about the need for a sprinkler system. My neighbors claim that I violated the neighborhood zoning laws by building the ark in my yard and exceeding the height limitations. We had to go to the Development Appeal Board for a decision. Then the Department of Transportation demanded a bond be posted for the future costs of moving power lines and other overhead obstructions to clear the passage for the ark's move to the sea. I told them that the sea would be coming to us, but they would hear nothing of it. Getting the wood was another problem. There's a ban on cutting local trees in order to save the spotted owl. I tried to convince the environmentalists that I needed the wood to save the owls, but no go. When I started gathering the animals, I got sued by an animal rights group. They insisted that I was confining wild animals against their will. They argued the accommodation was too restrictive, and it was cruel and inhumane to put so many animals in a confined space. I'm required to apply for 834 different licenses to keep wild beasts on private property. Then the EPA ruled that I couldn't build the ark until they'd conducted an environmental impact study on your proposed flood. Further, the pitch to waterproof the ark has been banned by the EPA as inimical to the environment. I'm still trying to resolve a complaint with the Human Rights Commission on how many minorities I'm supposed to hire for my building crew. Immigration and Naturalization is checking the green card status of most of the people who want to work. The scaffolding to build the superstructure is not OSHA approved and is forbidden to use except for private structures less than 5 cubits. The trades unions say I can't use my sons. They insist I have to hire only union workers with ark building experience. To make matters worse, the IRS seized all my assets, claiming I'm trying to leave the country illegally with endangered species. So, forgive me, Lord, but it would take at least 100 years for me to finish this ark." Suddenly the skies cleared, the sun began to shine, and a rainbow stretched across the sky. Noah looked up in wonder and asked, "Does this sign mean you're not going to destroy the world, O Lord?" "No," said the Lord. "The government beat me to it." So one fine evening, a middle-aged man was enjoying a hilarious comedy show on TV with his loving wife. To keep things entertaining, he decided to add some excitement by tossing peanuts into the air and expertly catching them in his mouth. With each successful catch, they both burst into laughter. Just as he was about to throw another peanut skyward, a knock at the front door interrupted their laughter. Curious about who could be visiting at this hour, the man turned his head to glance at the door. Little did he know that this split-second distraction would change the course of this seemingly ordinary evening. In that moment of diversion, the peanut he had intended to catch gracefully in his mouth took an unexpected detour. It landed perfectly, but oh so inconveniently, into his ear. Try as he might, the man couldn't get it out, and the situation quickly turned into a comical conundrum. As fate would have it, his daughter arrived home at that exact moment, accompanied by her date for the evening. The man, feeling both embarrassed and in need of assistance, explained his peanut predicament to the young lad. Without hesitation, the daughter's date gallantly stepped forward, brimming with confidence, and said, "Fear not, sir, I can retrieve the peanut for you." His determination to impress was evident in his eyes. He instructed the father to take a seat, ready to work his magic. The daughter, perhaps used to her date's quirky yet effective problem-solving skills, led her father to comply with the young man's unusual method. With precision, the date inserted 2 fingers into the father's nose and, with a reassuring smile, asked him to blow hard. Though the man felt a bit silly following such an odd request, he trusted the young man's intentions and blew with all his might. To everyone's delight, the trapped peanut shot out from his ear, making an impressive exit like a cannonball flying from a cannon. As the daughter took her date to the kitchen for a bite to eat, the mother couldn't help but admire the young man's resourcefulness. Turning to her husband, she playfully pondered, "Isn't he smart? I wonder what he plans to be." Amidst laughter, the father replied, "Well, my dear, judging from the distinctive aroma on his fingers after that peanut rescue operation, I'd say he's well on his way to becoming our son-in-law." So 3 mice are drinking at a bar talking about which one is the toughest. The first mouse takes a shot and says, "I'm so tough the people living in my house put rat poison out, and I simply grab it, break it up, and put it in my morning coffee." The second mouse takes a shot and says, "That's nothing. They try to get me with a mouse trap. I just grab the cheese, and when the lever comes flying down, I lay on my back, catch it, and bench press it 20 times. The third one takes his shot, slams it down, and stands up. I don't have time for this. I've got to go home and screw the cat." A team of archaeologists were excavating in Israel when they found a cave with the symbols of a woman, a donkey, a shovel, a fish, and a Star of David on the wall. Pointing to the first drawing, the head of the team declared, "This indicates these people were family-oriented and held women in high esteem. The donkey shows they were intelligent enough to use animals to till the soil. The shovel tells us they were able to forge tools. Even further proof of high intelligence is the fish. If famine hit the land, they would take to the sea for food. The last symbol is the Star of David, telling us they were Hebrews." However, one of his fellow archaeologists begged to disagree. "Hebrew is read from right to left," he explained. "The symbols say, 'Holy mackerel, dig the ass on that chick.'